So we finished up the crown molding and all that. It's all up and good. Now we have to put that roof over top. And remember, they didn't have a pitch to that roof. It was a flat roof that had a tapered face on it. And that was the pitch that they had on that. So using today's materials, the wood that we have that doesn't last as long, I think it's a pretty bad idea to do that. You know, at the very least, I would want to do wood, and then I'd want to paint it, and then I'll be up there painting it every 6 years, which I don't want to do either. So I have an old metal sign that's in my barn, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to taper this piece, and then I'm going to put the metal sheet over top of it, and I'll just tuck that around the front to put a little drip edge out there. So what I want to show you today is how I'm going to create that angle for that pitch. So I went ahead and I took a piece of 1 inch thick plywood here, which is 12.5 wide. The planer that I'm using, the planer's down here, you can see it. The planer that I'm using is a DeWalt 12-inch planer. So it doesn't have the capacity to go much wider than that. I need 10.25. So these pieces here, they're made out of a sassafras, which is not a good exterior wood, but it's going to be sheathed in something. So really, the wood, what I'm using it for, is something to attach this to the building, and then use the metal as a way to protect it. Okay. So what I've done is I've glued a little strip of 1/4 inch. I just hot melt glued it because right now it's a 1/4 inch, which means that I'll have 1 inch thickness and 3/4 inch thickness on the other side, maybe, you know. But if it turns out that my math wasn't right, which is very possible, because that's over the width of this 12.5, and that's 10.25, so it's probably a little bit less on that. But what I could do then is I could just take this off with a putty knife, pop off where the hot melt glue is, and then push this forward, and that'll give a little bit more incline to this, so I'll get a little bit of an increased taper. So let's see how this works. When we use a bed like this on the planer, most people, I think most people, would clamp this thing down to our tabletop, okay? And really that works well when we put clamps to the sides here and we have a lot of extra area to do that with, which we don't have a lot of extra area to do that. We have some, we can get away with it, I can put a clamp there. But I think that what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to run it through with it. And I could put a piece of 1/4 inch in the back here that would help push it, or I can just make sure that I'm pushing this through with it, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to use this piece here just to kind of push on the back side of this to make sure it follows through with my top. I'm going to be putting on a taper. I put a little arrow on the back side here, so that's the side that's going to be the thinnest part, right here where the arrow is. So that's the side that's going to be the part that has the 1/4 inch piece below it. Okay? I'm going to set that there momentarily, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn our vacuum system on. Put on my earphones. Back out, go ahead and start it up. Both these boards have one pass done on them, and it's really not easy to tell what I've done and what I haven't done here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put pencil lines all the way across. Now I'm going to go ahead and run that through again. One turn. Surface and see what I've removed from the pencil. So you can see what I've removed there. I removed the whole side, that's left. I'm going to do that each time. I really want to make sure that I stop once I get the whole thing tapered. So that's the real point of this. So this one here also, I'm going to put lines in the back side there. So I can see when I've gotten that to the, I'm sorry, on my side. That's my thick end. So I'm going to stop when that's right at the end. I want it to stay as thick as it is right now. So I'm going to run these through multiple times, and I'm going to get to the point where I have about an inch on one side and about 3/4 on the other side. And that's the pitch that they have on the ones up there. I may go a little bit further than that. I may take it down to maybe raise that pitch a little bit to get a little bit more shedding off there. But I'm going to take a look at it when I get to where I am going to be right now.